Today we're completely removing a background, adding in a new one. It's going to be magic, and it's all done in Affinity Photo on the iPad. On a recent trip to the Harry Potter studios, we took this photo of my son and daughter in Harry's car, or Ron's dad's car, from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and upon reviewing the photo when I got home, I thought I could add a bit of magic to it. So let's get into it. This is a photo of my son and daughter pretending they're flying through the air on the way to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. And when I was looking through our photographs of our trip, I thought this would be a really nice photo to cut out and maybe try to put something a bit Harry Potter-esque in the background to make it look as if the car is in flight with maybe the Hogwarts Express in the background. So we'll see how we'll get on. I'm looking forward to this one, and hopefully it turns out well. So first of all, what I'm going to do is cut this car out, and I'm going to go into the selections persona, which I seem to be doing an awful lot in the last few tutorials, and it's just because it's a great tool. I could do this with the pen tool, and that'd be quite easy to do it in the pen tool, but just we'll give the smart selection brush a bit of a chance first of all, and if it does a good job, we'll go for it, and if not, we'll use the pen tool. Both ways are great. This is maybe just a wee bit quicker. So again, in the last video, I talked about that dance of going between the subtraction and the adding, and we're just doing that dance now of just trying to get as tight as we can and going between the two different ones. And again, some of this we might end up doing the pen tool, but we'll see how we get on. This here it's a wee bit more challenging, so we'll just zoom in a wee bit more. Just being very picky with that wee bit. Certainly for this bit, the smart selection brush should do a better job than the pen tool. And although you can see through the windows, I'm not worrying about the windows just at the minute. We'll come to that in another part of this tutorial. So I'm just wanting the whole of the car selected. Just a tap actually is doing a lot of that. Sometimes I like to rotate the canvas around. Two fingers in the canvas will move the canvas, and two fingers and rotating your fingers will rotate the canvas. And maybe it's because I'm left-handed, I don't know, but quite often I find myself rotating the canvas. Say in the comments below if you are also left-handed. There's a few of us about, mostly right-handed people, but there's a few lefties. So put your name in the comment, or just give me a thumbs up if you're left-handed, and that would be cool. This here wee bit's a bit more challenging because of the shadow here, and we'll give it one more quick go, and if not, I might have to use the pen tool on that. So that's not bad. Oh, we need this wee bit. And also put in the comments below if you've been to Harry Potter studios, whether in the UK or the US. I think that's the only two locations you can go. Could be wrong. Put that in the comments too, if there's a third location or fourth. So here we are. Oh, two fingers don't do that bit. And there's some bits here. And if I just simply hit refine edge, and we'll go to black and white map. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. We'll go to apply, or oh, didn't mean to do that. We'll go to two fingers. We'll go to refine it again. Apply the selection. I don't want to do that. I want to mask it out, and I want to mask it out on a new layer. Hit apply now, and that is not looking too bad. There's a few wee things down here I might need to use the pen tool for. that's not looking bad. There's something here and in the roof. I'm not happy with this at all. And you know what? After doing all that, I'm just going to delete this layer. It's not bad, and at a push we could work with this, but it's just not as clean and as tidy as I would like. Certainly with the pen tool we could get it so much better. So I'm just going to delete that layer, show this one again, and we'll go into the photo persona. We'll just click on the pen tool, and if you're a bit like me at the minute, you're feeling a wee bit gutted that you've watched a tutorial at the minute, the strokes on it, so I'll just bring that stroke down. You've watched the tutorial, and I don't know how long this tutorial is at the minute, but you've watched me do all that work on the Smart Selection brush, and seemingly it was for nothing, but it really wasn't for nothing, because sometimes when you're doing these things, the only way of knowing what to do is by doing it. So at the start, I had a bit of a feeling I might use the pen tool, but I wanted to see what the Smart Selection brush could do. And in more cases than not, the Smart Selection brush comes up trumps. But for this reason, or for whatever reason, two fingers don't do. What's going on there? Oh yep, I've deselected the pen. So if you deselect, it won't, like there, I've accidentally hit it. So you just click on the pen again and we'll go again. So what was I saying? So yeah, sometimes you don't quite know until you do it. And that was the case with this here. So apologies for the time wasted. I really could have just cut that bit out of the video and said we're going to use the pen tool because I think the pen tool is going to be much better, but that's not being real. That's not being real life. Also shows I don't always get it right. You try things, you make mistakes, and you move on, and then next time we'll come to doing something like this, you have a bit of a better idea of what to do. Now, I think, speaking of mistakes, I think I made another mistake. I thought this was a shadow, but that's actually part of the car. So if there was a video for mistakes, we're doing well here, so we are. But again, as I was just saying, that's all part of the learning curve. I talked about my left-handedness. Sometimes it's my left hand's clicking some of these tools, and I think that's why it keeps on switching. In Affinity Photo you can switch the toolbars over, but by default it stays like this. And before Affinity I was used to Photoshop, so I've just always kept the toolbar on the left hand side. And if you remember from the pen tool, if you've seen that tutorial, I try to keep just a few pixels in, because we're going to ever so slightly bring it in and feather it. Again, two fingers. Oh, deselected that. Let's see, where do I pick up? So what happened there is I selected the background layer and not this curve layer, so I just had to re-click on the curve layer and click on the dot, and that will click on the dot, and that will get us going again. And I'll maybe just speed this bit up because I'm simply just cutting around this, so I'll speed the video up and I'll show you at the end, or if there's any interesting bits I'll stop the video. So there we are, there's everything cut out. And what I'm going to do now is make the selection. I'm going to go into the selections persona. I'm going to go down to, well, maybe just go to grow shrink, this wee icon here, where we can grow. You can see here with the dots, we can grow it or we can shrink it. And I'm just going to, we can use your fingers, grow or shrink, or I'm just going to type in, and I'm just going to type in minus 0.5 just to shrink it in every so often, and I hit apply. Sometimes I do this and I forget to hit apply. Then I'm going to go to the feather edge selection and I'm going to feather it by 1 pixel and hit apply. What that's done, it's just added a 1 pixel feather round the side, and that'll hopefully just cut it out a wee bit neater rather than having a hard edge. And I'm going to go up to layers, plus icon, and mask it out. One finger to deselect it. Now have a look at it. Look at that. A really, really nice cutout. And my son's hair could be a wee bit better, and we'll maybe look at that later on. But as far as a cutout, that's really, really nice. We've got the windows in the background. We'll not worry about that just at the minute because I want to get on to something else a wee bit more fun, and then we'll deal that near the end of the video. And the fun bit is putting in the background. Now, before time, I went into unsplash.com and found this beauty of an image. Look at that. Unsplash.com does it again. And of course, this is the very bridge that is in the Harry Potter films, and it's actually the Glenfinnan Viaduct in Scotland. So this part of Harry Potter was filmed in Scotland. I don't know if this is the Hogwarts Express. It doesn't look like it. Of course, the Hogwarts Express is red, isn't it? But it's still a steam train. We've got the carriages, we've got the smoke, we've got the train coming over the bridge. This looks absolutely fantastic. So we're going to move this layer to below our car, and if we blow it up nice and big, I kind of want this in the background. We'll maybe blow it up even more because it's so iconic. If we can get that, look at that, it fills the bottom nicely, and we'll try that. That's not bad there. I quite like that. I quite like that. And straight away, I know it's not perfect, but we're getting somewhere. In the last video, we blurred the background, and I'm tempted to do that again, certainly for down here, just so the focus is on this train a bit more. So we'll maybe duplicate this background. So we'll go into the photos persona, click the 3 dots, click duplicate, and we will go into filters. We'll go down to Gaussian blur. If I can find it. Gaussian blur. We've set it at 15. We'll maybe bring it to 10 and apply it. And then we'll do the same thing as we did in the last video. And we'll make this a mask, and simply what I've done there is on this layer we'll have the blur. Now by masking this, I just simply want to have this bit blurry going into something that you can see. So we'll click on the fill tool again, and let's see, I want this bit in focus. Remember, black, it's already defaulted to black and white. So black will hide the blur, white will reveal it, and we're going to make it a really sharp blur there, but we'll bring it out to maybe down to about there. And what that's doing, it's blurring everything down here, up here, and then this bit's getting into focus. And that's looking quite nice for a very quick wee image, a wee cutout. It's just making this look a lot more fun. So now the thing that's not selling this effect at all is these windows. So we're gonna get nice and close. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate this layer and then hide it, just so I want these cutouts. I'm duplicating it just in case we make a mistake. We've still got the layer here. So we'll go down, we'll click on the mask, and I want to mask out these windows, and we'll start with the back mask first. So we'll use the pen tool, we'll not make that same mistake. And again, I'm doing a few pixels in. And hopefully this will not take too long. I'll maybe just speed this wee bit of the video up too. We'll just bring it back here. We'll make the selection and we'll not feather it, or we'll not shrink it this time, just because I went a few pixels in. So this time we'll go to the selections persona, we'll go to the feather, and we'll make it 1 again, hit apply, and now simply by clicking the mask layer, we want to hide this. So if we click on our paintbrush, black, make it nice and big, simply we can just rub this out, and that is brilliant. Holding one finger to deselect, and look at that. That is really, really coming on. So now we'll do these few wee windows, and we'll do something else, and hopefully that should be us then. So again, nice and close, we'll select this layer, we'll click on the pen tool, and we will go for it again. So we'll hit selection, we'll do the same thing, we'll go into selections persona, click on the feather selection tool, feather it by 1 pixel, hit apply, and click on the mask layer, go back to the paintbrush, and if by magic, in true Harry Potter form, there is another window done like magic. And we'll do this wee window, and again we'll make sure we're selected this layer. This is getting us good practice in the pen tool, isn't it? And we'll zoom in, and we'll speed this bit up again too. That was quicker. So hit selection, you'll know what to do now. Go to the selections persona, feather it by 1 pixel, hit apply, go to the mask layer, go to the photo layer, persona, sorry, paintbrush, and just paint that out. 1 finger to deselect. And we're almost there. Just 3 wee more selections to do, and this here is really coming on. I'm really happy how this is looking. What I'm even going to be more happier with is when I show my son and daughter this photo. That's the great thing about photo compositing. You can do things which just aren't normal. This is taken a photo at Harry Potter Studio. It's just a normal photo that I'm sure hundreds, if not thousands of people a day take the same photo, and we're just turning it on its head and making it something really, really fun. So let's get back to cutting out. Again, make a selection, go to the selections persona, we're going to feather it 1 pixel, apply it, go to our mask layer, photo persona, Color this in, or color it out, so to speak. One finger to deselect. And we'll just do this next bit. Again, very quickly. A wee bit tedious, but it's good fun knowing the result we're getting. And if it was easy, everyone would do these kind of photos. And it also helps you get better at doing these things, and it gets into your memory of what to do, especially when you're doing it over and over again. And if maybe next time I'll say to my kids, don't go near the windows so I can cut them out in one fell sweep. But it wouldn't be as much fun. Again, that wasn't even the plan for this photo. It just so happened when I was looking over it. And again, apply it. Click the mask layer. Photo persona. By my reckoning, we've only got one window left. And I know some of these things, what I'm doing, I've cut wee bits of corners out and whatnot. And it's not perfect, but that's okay. No one's really going to notice too much when you're getting into this level of detail. Hopefully they'll be blown away by the photo and by the background. Again, one pixel to feather it. And in the pen tool video, I explained why I feather it, just so it's not a harsh edge, just so it doesn't look completely cut out. It is cut out, but it's just a bit more believable on the eye, and that's why I feather it. Now this bit I'm really excited about, because I zoom out and look at that. And there we have it. I might be tempted to do a bit of color correcting with this photo. Normally my color correction, I bring it into another app, and I'll do a review of that app soon, and I'll show you the process of that. But I think for today, we've done quite a bit, and I'm pretty happy with that, or I'm very happy with that. It's just taken a normal photo at Harry Potter Studios, and it's put it on its head, and very, very happy with the outcome of this one. So there you have it, mischief managed. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, hopefully you learned something. If you did, please give it a like, that would mean a lot. Please subscribe, as there's more videos coming out each and every week. As always, thanks for watching, hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.